favorite recipes. It's just something that we use all the time. And what we have is ground beef and spinach and cheese all stuffed into pasta, and it's a great way to get my kids to eat spinach, and they love it too. So the first thing that we're gonna do is get our water boiling to cook our manicotti. And this is what they look like. They're pretty big. You can also use the jumbo shells. I like those too. But this is so good. It has this huge pocket inside. We're gonna stuff full of cheese and spinach and yummy meat. So I'm just gonna put that here in our boiling water. Make sure it's boiling first. You want it to boil pretty high too. That keeps it from getting all sticky. And then we'll see that in about 10 minutes. So here in my saucepan, I have about a pound of ground beef that I'm just getting all nice and browned up. And then to that, I did like a medium onion that's diced up, and then a couple garlic cloves. I pretty much always put onions and garlic with any of my meat. It just adds lots of extra flavor, and it's also good for you. And then we're just gonna do a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay, and then when all your meat's browned up, the next thing that we need is, I just have a little box of frozen spinach. Now, I just throw it in frozen. It always works just fine. All the other recipes I've ever seen say to cook it first, but this works for me and I don't have to dirty any extra dishes. So what we're gonna do is just kind of let this set in here and get warmed up until it starts unfreezing and then gets all mixed in. Okay, so the manicotti's all cooked. I usually cook it for a minute or two less than the box says because it is going to cook a little bit in the oven after. So I'm just going to drain these out in the sink, and then I'm going to put some cold water in them because they need to be cool enough that I can handle them. Okay, just continue to cook that spinach and get it all mixed in until it's all nice and warm. Let all of that liquid evaporate out of it. If you have too much liquid in there, then go ahead and drain that out because you don't want your noodles to be soggy. And then the last ingredient we have for the filling is just 8 ounces of cream cheese. I like to use the reduced fat one, just so it's a little bit healthier. You can also do like ground turkey on this to make it healthier, or it's really good with a good sausage. But my kids don't like the spiciness of the sausage, so we usually just do the ground beef or the ground turkey. Okay, just continue to stir this. Let that cream cheese just melt and mix in really well. And then continue to stir it until all of the meat and spinach is covered with the cream cheese. It's gonna help it stick together. And then I'm gonna bake mine in a casserole dish. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a little bit of my marinara sauce down in the bottom so we get some flavor on the bottom and so it doesn't stick. Spread that around, nice and coated. Okay, and then I get like the smallest spoon I have so that I can fit it inside of the manicotti. Just gonna grab one of these manicottis. Make sure there's no water in it. Okay, I'm gonna take this, scoop up some of that filling, and just stuff it right in. I like to use this little spoon because I can fit it inside there. And just fill it all up. Just like that, and then what you're gonna do is just line them up in your casserole dish. Okay, all of our manicotti is nice and stuffed, and then what I'm going to do is just take the rest of our marinara sauce and pour it all over the top so that the noodles are coated. And then since all this is pretty much cooked except for the sauce, it's only going to take like 20 to 30 minutes in the oven. What you can do is make this the night before and put it in the fridge and then put it in the next night for dinner. Then it'll take about 45 minutes, or you can also do the freezer and freeze it, and then it'll take about an hour to cook. And I just bake mine on 350 for 20 minutes right now, and just till it gets hot and bubbly. Okay, here it is, our stuffed manicotti. It just came out of the oven. I baked it for about 30 minutes till it was nice and bubbly. And then this will feed about 5 or 6 adults, and it's full of delicious spinach, meat, and cheese that everyone will love. So go ahead, try it out. Let me know how you liked it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more deliciousness.